Today's story is Bunny, Doggie, and Cat's Magic Painting, The Power of Friendship. In the heart of the forest, nestled in a cozy little cottage, lived three best friends, Benny the bunny, Daisy the puppy, and Max the cat. They were a close trio who loved to spend their days exploring, playing games, and finding new adventures. One bright morning, well up in the attic, Max stumbled upon a dusty old paintbrush hidden in the corner. "Hey, look at this," Max exclaimed, holding up the paintbrush. It was unlike any paintbrush they had ever seen. It had a handle made of shimmering wood and bristles that seemed to sparkle in the sunlight. Benny's nose twitched with curiosity. "Wow, it looks magical," he said, his fluffy tail bouncing with excitement. Daisy wagged her tail. "Let's try it out," she suggested. "Maybe we can paint something fun." Max, always the creative one, set up a canvas on the porch. He dipped the brush into some paint and began to paint a beautiful, colorful butterfly. As he finished the final stroke, something incredible happened. The butterfly on the canvas started to flutter its wings and then flew right off the painting, hovering in the air before them. The three friends gasped in astonishment. "It's a magic paintbrush!" Daisy barked in amazement. "It brought the butterfly to life!" Max's eyes widened with excitement. "This is amazing! We can paint anything we want and it will come to life!" Benny hopped up and down. "Let's paint a field of carrots," he suggested eagerly. "I've always wanted a never-ending supply of carrots." Daisy laughed. "And I could use a bunch of bones to chew on," she added. With excitement buzzing in the air, the trio set to work, each taking turns with the magic paintbrush. Max painted a field of carrots for Benny, which sprang up instantly with bright orange carrots sticking out of the ground. Benny hopped over and started munching happily. Next, Daisy painted a stack of juicy bones, which also appeared instantly. She grabbed one and began chewing, her tail wagging with delight. "This is the best day ever!" she exclaimed. They continued painting more things: a bouncing ball, a kite that flew by itself, and even a rainbow that arched across the sky. Everything they painted came to life, and soon their yard was filled with all sorts of magical creations. But as the day went on, things began to get a little out of control. The painted carrots kept growing, spreading across the garden and into the forest. The bouncing ball wouldn't stop bouncing and began knocking over their furniture. The rainbow, now a bit too bright, made it hard to see anything clearly. "Uh-oh," Max said, looking around at the chaos. "I think we might have painted too much." Benny looked worried. "How do we stop it?" he asked, nibbling nervously on a carrot. Daisy tried to calm down the bouncing ball, but it was no use. "We need to figure out how to control this." The trio huddled together, realizing they needed to find a solution fast. "Let's think. There has to be a way to undo the magic paintbrush. Maybe if we paint something that can control all of this mess," Benny suggested, grabbing the brush. He painted a big net to catch the bouncing ball, but as soon as the net came to life, it also started bouncing around wildly. "That didn't work," Daisy yelped, dodging the bouncing net. "Maybe we can paint water to wash away the carrots." She took the brush and painted a stream of water. But instead of washing away the carrots, the water flowed everywhere, making everything muddy and slippery. They tried several more ideas, painting a fence to block the carrots, a fan to blow away the rainbow, and even a giant pillow to catch the bouncing ball. But nothing seemed to work. Each new creation only added to the chaos. "We're just making things worse," Benny said, his ears drooping. "What are we going to do?" Max looked at the paintbrush thoughtfully. "Wait a minute," he said slowly. "We've been focusing on the bristle side of the brush. What about the other side?" The trio paused and looked at the paintbrush more closely. The handle, which was shimmering with the same magical glow, had a rounded end that looked different from any paintbrush they had ever seen. Maybe it's not just a handle, Daisy said, her eyes widening with realization. Maybe it's an eraser. Max nodded. It's worth a try. Let's see what happens if we use this side to erase something. Carefully, Max turned the brush around and gently brushed the rounded end over one of the bouncing balls. To their amazement, the ball started to fade away, disappearing completely after a few moments. It worked, Benny exclaimed, hopping up and down with excitement. The other side of the brush is an eraser. With newfound determination, the trio worked together, using the eraser end of the brush to undo all the creations they had brought to life. They erased the endless field of carrots, the bouncing ball, and even the too bright rainbow, restoring their cottage and yard to its peaceful state. When everything was finally back to normal, the friends sat down, catching their breath. Wow, that was quite an adventure, Daisy said, her tail wagging slowly. But we did it together. Max smiled at his friends. I'm glad we figured it out as a team. It just goes to show that sometimes the solution is right in front of us. We just have to work together and not give up. From that day on, Benny, Daisy, and Max continued to have fun and create wonderful memories, knowing that with friendship, creativity, and teamwork, they could solve any problem that came their way. That was Bunny, Doggie, and Cat's magic painting, The Power of Friendship. Thanks for listening to Super Bedtime Stories. We hope you enjoyed your lesson tonight. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this book, feel free to click on one of the videos on the screen for another good, heartwarming family fun story. We strive to provide good moral bedtime stories that parents know are safe for their little ones and also have a good lesson. See you soon.